welcome you all. In our previous class, we covered about the computer languages, right? And in that, we studied that very first language was machine language. That was include uh, that was covered only the two digits, 0 and 1. It means binary codes. So with this language, we came to know that computer can understand only two digits, that is 0 and 1. That is 0 and 1, right? So, but being a human being, we can't understand these two digits because we have to explain everything in 0 and 1. 0 means off and 1 means on. In this way, computer can understand only 0 and 1. But we are human being, we can't convert everything in 0 and 1. So that language was called low level language, means very low. Low means it is not up to the mark. It is not uh, even convenient for us, means human beings, right? So we called it low level language because of machine dependence, means on that computer in which we create that program, it was run only that uh, computer only. We called it machine dependent. You can see here it is extremely machine dependent, right beta? So that is why machine language is also regarded as low level language. Okay students, and after that the human being invent another language, that was machine after machine language, that was assembly language. We called it second generation also. Why we called it second generation and machine to first generation? Because on the place of 0 and 1, now some codes were used, like uh, for addition we used ADD, for subtraction we used SUB, right? But these codes are called, these codes was called mnemonics code. Mnemonics code, right? Like uh, for division div, for multiplication mul, right? First three letters we used, but the problem was same, that computer understands only 0 and 1,
Zero
yani
and one.
okay beta. But in this condition we need a translator which can convert our language to computer's language, and again computer's language to our language. Okay, that translator was assembler, because it converts assembly language into machine language, and machine language again into assembly language, right? So a translator which converts assembly language was called assembler. What is it? Assembler, right beta? So after that, this portion we will cover today. This is high level language. The problem was same, computer always understands 0 and 1. Now after second generation, human being invent third generation language, means we take one step ahead, एक step हमने और आगे ले लिया, to convenient for the human being. Now we can write our programs in almost English language, almost. Maximum words we used from English language, right? And some numbers and symbols, everything. But the problem is that computer still understands only machine language 0 and 1. That is binary code also, right beta? So this time we again need a translator, but we invent two translators with our third generation language, means high level language, right beta? And the two generation language, uh, uh, two translators with this third generation language, uh, they are interpreter and compiler. Now I will give you the explanation of it. I will explain them very deeply. Please listen, beta. Our high level language were our high level uh, languages were on that time, and still they are. They are C, C++, Java, etc. These are the name of the languages, just like Hindi, Punjabi, है ना, Marathi, uh, Telugu, Kannada, Urdu, like same way. In computers we have so many languages, and as well as third generation is concerned, we have C, basic, C++, Java, etc. Right, beta? Some more languages also added nowadays. Sorry. Now high level language programs need to be translated into machine language again, because computer understands only 0 and 1. Yes, right. So first translator we invent was interpreter. What was interpreter, or what is interpreter? An interpreter translates line by line. Suppose students, you have 10 line program, a program in which you type 10 lines, and computer will read,
पचड़ गया था मेरे मैंने क्या करती
computer will
यार मैं
read
अपने पापा खराब होंगी हर तो थोड़ा हूँ
computer will read first line, and computer processor don't get any error, then it will automatically move to the second line. After that, sorry, after that it will move to the second line and read the same. After that, if we again don't get any error in second line, it will move in third line. When it move third line and get any error, suppose it get any mistake or error in third line, the process of scanning of the program will automatically stop, and interpreter will show us, to show the programmer, means us, to show us the error list. Okay, that is the error, and until unless we uh, don't clear it, don't rectify this error, computer will not move further. It will not move on fourth line until we uh, clear the problem or solve the problem of third line. And whenever we clear the or solve the problem of third line, it will automatically start from line number 1 again. It will start from line number 1, not from line number 3. Again, listen very carefully. It will again start from line number 1. That's why this translator is very time consuming, and it is very slow in speed, because every time, suppose third line is clear, fourth clear, fifth clear, and again it founds the error in sixth line, and after rectifying the error, after solve the mistake, it will again start from line number 1. This is the basic problem with interpreter, right, beta? Then you can start this program from very first line. As the converted form is not stored anywhere, so it has to be generated at the time of execution of a program. Interpreter programs are preferred for beginners and are slow in execution of speed. Look students, इंटरप्रेटर प्रोग्राम्स प्रेफर्ड फॉर बिगनर्स. व्हाई इट प्रेफर फॉर बिगनर? इसको जो लोग शुरू में प्रोग्रामिंग सीख रहे हैं, जैसे आप लोग छोटे बच्चे हैं, आप सीखेंगे इस साल, तो आपके लिए इंटरप्रेटर क्यों जरूरी है? इट इज बिकॉज इट क्लियर्स द एरर ऑफ ईच लाइन ऑफ एवरी स्टेप. जैसे जैसे आप एक एक लाइन पे जाते रहेंगे, जैसे जैसे आप एक एक लाइन पे जाते रहेंगे, आपको प्रॉब्लम्स पता लगती रहेंगी कि भी इस लाइन में प्रॉब्लम है या उस लाइन में प्रॉब्लम है. सो यू कैन नो और यू मे नो about your errors line wise line. It will help you to make a good program, right beta? Now the second thing, it is time consuming, as I told you, right beta? Computer always obey the instruction from the given by the programmer, means in the form of program, but computer automatically converts that program into 0 and 1 with the help of interpreter, right? But in the second part of it, we know that interpreter is very slow. We know it is very time consuming, right? So we invent another translator, that is compiler. As its name suggests, compiler means it, this word is drawn out from complete word, complete compiler. These are very similar word. What is the basic difference between interpreter and compiler? Students, listen very carefully. Interpreter means a translator which interprets, ठीक है, interprets line by line. But compiler, it will read entire program written by the programmer, right? जो आपने 10 लाइनों का प्रोग्राम बनाया था, कंपाइलर विल रीड कंप्लीट प्रोग्राम एट वंस, not line by line. It will it will read complete program, right beta? And after that, suppose after reading the 10 lines, he found 3 mistakes in line number 3, in line number 6, and in line number 8, right? And at the end of the program, compiler will report you that these are the errors or these are the mistakes in your program, so please rectify them. And when you rectify them all, you can start your compiler again to check the programmer, to check your programs. And in second attempt, if there is no error, your program will run, your program will start, right beta? So ये एक या दो चांस में ही सारा प्रोग्राम को ठीक करने की परमिशन दे देता है. That's why its speed is very high. Its speed is very high. In this way, compiler is very useful than interpreter. Okay, beta. I hope you understand it. After some time, I will unmute you all and you can ask any question. Till then, please write down on your notebook whatever you want to ask. Okay, because it is very new concept for you. So you may be you may get confused. No problem at all. You can ask again and again. Right, beta? Now we are moving on. Next point means fourth generation language. GL means generation language. Now fourth generation language, what is it? Fourth generation language are closer to human language than other things level, other high level languages. Fourth generation language are closer to human language. This language very close to our normal language. जो लैंग्वेज हम आम तौर पर यूज करते हैं, जो इंग्लिश हम यूज करते हैं, इट इज वेरी वेरी नियर. यानी जब हम प्रोग्राम लिखेंगे तो एनीबडी कैन अंडरस्टैंड और एनीबडी कैन लर्न हाउ टू राइट प्रोग्राम्स इन फोर्थ जनरेशन लैंग्वेज, राइट बेटा? तो इसको भी हमने हाई लेवल लैंग्वेज बोला because it is very easy to human being to write any program in this language. Some more features of fourth generation language are: fourth generation language are combination of languages with the following features. Number 1, highly user friendly and dependent on any operating system. independent of any operating system. इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब ये है कि it is very easy to learn, right? Second, independent means suppose you create a program into your computer and this is not related only with your computer, you can run it, you can start it in any other computer also. So it is not dependent with your computer only. You can start it, you can use it in any other computer of the world, right beta? So it is very independent. Very high speed of execution, very high speed of execution. ये बहुत ही फास्ट काम करता है बिकॉज मैंने आपको बताया कि ये सारे प्रॉब्लम्स एकदम सॉर्ट आउट करता है. कंपाइलर विल वर्क इन दिस हाई लेवल लैंग्वेज. डिजाइन टू रिड्यूस द लेवल ऑफ प्रोग्रामिंग एफर्ट्स. डिजाइन टू रिड्यूस द लेवल ऑफ प्रोग्रामिंग एफर्ट. ये इस तरह से डिजाइन किया जाता है कि आपको प्रोग्रामिंग सीखने के लिए बहुत कम एफर्ट्स करने पड़े. ओके. Minimum efforts from the user to obtain any information. मिनिमम एफर्ट्स, यानी कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन आपको ऑब्टेन करनी है अपने प्रोग्राम में से, निकालनी है, समझनी है, तो इसके लिए बहुत ही कम एफर्ट्स आपको करने पड़ेंगे, बिकॉज प्रोग्राम इज वेरी यूजर फ्रेंडली। आप जो पोर्शन चाहें उस पोर्शन पे इजिली शिफ्ट कर सकते हैं। अगर आपकी 10 लाइनों का प्रोग्राम है या 20 लाइनों का प्रोग्राम है, तो आप किसी भी लाइन पे कभी भी मूव कर सकते हैं और उसको समझ सकते हो कि इस लाइन का मतलब क्या है। एंड वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फीचर इज दैट डिजाइन टू रिड्यूस टाइम एंड द कॉस्ट ऑफ द सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट। यस, इट इज वेरी यूजफुल फीचर। क्या मतलब है कि इफ अ लैंग्वेज which some only few people knows, then they can prepare the software and they can sold out their software in very high cost because very few people know about it। तो वो इस बात का फायदा उठाते हैं कि बहुत कम लोग हमारे प्रोग्राम को जानते हैं, तो वो अपनी मर्जी से सॉफ्टवेयर बना के बेटा और उसी हिसाब से वो ज्यादा पैसों में उसको सेल आउट कर देते हैं, बेच देते हैं। बट इन फोर्थ जनरेशन लैंग्वेज almost every student or every programmer know about it, right now, after take a very few days, suppose 6 months, 7 days, 7 months or maximum 1 year training, after that he or she can prepare their own software। ठीक है, तो इससे क्या होगा कि सॉफ्टवेयर का कॉस्ट कम हो जाएगा, उसका खर्च कम हो जाएगा। तो इन फोर्थ जनरेशन लैंग्वेज द यूजर हैज टू स्पेसिफाई ओनली द रिक्वायर्ड आउटपुट दे वांट। The user has to specify only the required output they want। कि वो ये बात अपने अकॉर्डिंग सेट कर सकते हैं कि कौन सी ऑप्शन उनको चाहिए, कौन सी ऑप्शन उनको चाहिए, ताकि वो उसी के अकॉर्डिंग प्रोग्राम को बना सके। While the computer determines the sequence of instructions that will accomplish those result। Look students, प्रोग्राम के अंदर एक बड़ी अच्छी बात होती है, वो क्या है और इंपॉर्टेंट भी, व्हाट इज इट, दैट एवरी प्रोग्राम इज रिटन इन अ सीक्वेंस। हर एक काम को एक लाइन में लिखा जाता है। जैसे आपके स्कूल के पीरियड लगते हैं, जैसे अभी आपके जो पीरियड चल रहे हैं, वेरी फर्स्ट पीरियड इज विद मी, दैट इज कंप्यूटर, एंड सेकंड, फिर थर्ड, फिर फोर्थ, फिर फिफ्थ, या अगर 4 है तो 4 लगेंगे, फिफ्थ है तो फिफ्थ लगेंगे। एंड द सेम वे इन स्कूल वी हैव 8 पीरियड्स, राइट बेटा, बट एवरीथिंग विल बी इन सीक्वेंस। पहले फर्स्ट पीरियड में ऐसा नहीं होगा कभी भी कि पहले 8th लग जाएगा, फिर 5th लगेगा, फिर 6th लगेगा, फिर 1 लगेगा, फिर 2nd लगेगा, फिर 3rd, फिर ऐसे नहीं होता, राइट ना। तो एवरीथिंग शुड बी इन सीक्वेंस सो दैट वी कैन गेट आवर डिजायर्ड रिजल्ट, द रिजल्ट विच वी वांट, दैट इज डिजायर्ड, राइट। इसी तरह से जैसे मैंने आपको एक बार एग्जांपल दिया था क्लास के अंदर कि हाउ मेक अ कप ऑफ टी, तो अगर उसके सीक्वेंस हम स्टेप्स अगर हम फॉलो करेंगे, then only we can prepare a very tasty and very good tea for us, right। otherwise बनेगा तो जरूर कुछ ना कुछ, बट वो चाय नहीं होगी एटलीस्ट ना, उसका वो टेस्ट रहने वाला है, राइट बेटा। सो सीक्वेंस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड इन फोर्थ जनरेशन लैंग्वेज we can manage the sequence according to our requirement, no problem at all। anytime we can change the sequence of our program so that we can get our desired result, the result which we want, right beta। so these are the 4 generation languages। first was machine language, second generation was assembly language, third generation was high level language, look here, high level language, and fourth generation language is very close to human language, right beta। so the features, now the feature table is coming up, and with it we can revise also our lesson। after that this lesson is over, and after this lesson I will send you the PDF of back exercise and question answers, right। so that if you have your book with you, then you can write in your book। if you don't have your book, then please visit school anytime and you can purchase it from school, and till then you can write in your notebook as well, okay beta। but don't waste your time। if you have book, then you have to write in your book। I am talking back exercise and question also, question answer also, right। and if you don't have your book, then you can write in your notebook, separate notebook, until you get your book. Right बेटा? तो इसको फटाफट से एक बार रिवाइज कर लेते हैं with the help of this table. Machine language, it was uses binary code to depict operators and data. Means it always use 0 and 1. Binary codes are 0 and 1, right beta? Second is machine dependent. मशीन डिपेंडेंट मीन्स कि जिस कंप्यूटर पे आप इसको बना रहे थे ये उसी कंप्यूटर तक ही रह पाता है, ये दूसरे कंप्यूटर पे चल भी सकता है, नहीं भी चल सकता, ठीक है? चांसेस आर वेरी लेस, सो इट वाज मशीन डिपेंडेंट. द ओनली लैंग्वेज डायरेक्ट अंडरस्टूड बाय अ कंप्यूटर, यस, इसकी प्रोसेसिंग थोड़ी फास्ट थी बिकॉज देयर विल बी नो एनी ट्रांसलेटर टू कन्वर्ट दिस मशीन बिकॉज इट वाज इन मशीन लैंग्वेज एंड अ कंप्यूटर कैन अंडरस्टैंड डायरेक्टली दैट काइंड ऑफ प्रोग्राम. सो ये एक ही इस तरह की लैंग्वेज है जो कंप्यूटर समझ पाता है, राइट? सेकंड वाज असेंबली लैंग्वेज. इन दिस लैंग्वेज वी यूज कोड्स व्हिच कॉल्ड मैथमेटिक्स कोड्स, सिंबल्स इंस्टेड ऑफ बाइनरी नंबर. 0 और 1 की बजाय हम लोग कुछ कोड्स यूज करने लग गए, बट दैट वाज आल्सो मशीन डिपेंडेंट. ये भी जिस कंप्यूटर पे आप बना देते थे उसी कंप्यूटर पर ही ज्यादातर चलता था. हैज टू बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू मशीन लैंग्वेज बाय ट्रांसलेटर प्रोग्राम असेंबलर. ठीक है, इसको हमें कन्वर्ट करना पड़ा क्योंकि हमने 0-1 अब हम यूज नहीं कर रहे थे. तो ट्रांसलेटर के अंदर क्या होगा? ट्रांसलेटर हमारा था असेंबलर, क्योंकि असेंबली लैंग्वेज को चेंज करता था, राइट? एंड थर्ड वाज हाई लेवल लैंग्वेज, यूज इंग्लिश वर्ड्स और मैथमेटिकल ऑपरेटर. मैथमेटिकल ऑपरेटर मीन्स साइन सिंबल्स ऑफ मैथ्स, मीन्स प्लस माइनस मल्टीप्लाई डिवाइड, राइट? मशीन इंडिपेंडेंट, फ्रॉम देयर you can use your program in any computer. So it was not machine dependent, it was machine independent, right beta? Has to be converted into machine language by translator, program interpreter and compiler. Yes, in high level language we introduced two translators, that was interpreter and compiler. Interpreter converts the program line by line, but compiler converts the program as a whole at once, right? Now fourth generation language, machine independent. ये भी आप किसी भी कंप्यूटर पे बनाइए, किसी भी कंप्यूटर पे इसको स्टार्ट कर दीजिए प्रोग्राम को. मिनिमल यूजर स्किल रिक्वायर्ड टू ऑब्टेन रिजल्ट. मैंने आपको बताया कि छोटे छोटे से कोर्स करके लाइक 3 months 6 months मैक्सिमम 1 year you can create programs by your own, right? So there is no special skill required to prepare these kind of program. And application development tool, with this 4th generation language you can create your own app. Nowadays you are using so many app like Zoom app, it is also an app, right na beta? तो इस तरह की जो apps बनती हैं these are created in 4th generation language. जो मैंने आपको बताया था, बहुत सारी languages nowadays are in the fashion, right, or in the use. So we are concluding this lesson here, and from my side this lesson is over, and I am going to unmute you all so that you can ask any question if you have any kind of query. You can ask any question after I am unmuting you, and during that period I will take your attendance. Please don't move or don't leave the meeting, otherwise your absent will be marked. Now you are unmute, you can ask any question if you want beta.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay students, if there are not any query, so that we can end this meeting, please stay at home and be safe, right beta?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.